Welcome to a special edition of Chai with Molly, a show where we celebrate diversity the Canadian way. The Government of Canada has just rolled out a balanced budget. What this budget is and how will it impact us in our daily lives. We have a very special guest in our studio, Mr. Joe Daniel. He's a member of Parliament from Don Valley East. So join me in welcoming him to the studio. Thank you for being here, Joe.
Thank you very much.
All right. So first of all, let me congratulate you and your government for giving us a balanced budget. There was a lot of speculation and everyone was keeping their fingers crossed, because when the oil prices plummeted, there were some concerns. And so thanks to good work of Prime Minister Harper and his team, we do have a balanced budget. But before I get into it, I want to begin by letting you know that your opponents, Justin Trudeau and Tom Mulcair, think that this is not a very good budget, that it only favors the rich and the wealthy. Do you agree with them?
No, I don't. I don't agree with them at all.
Okay.
That's why this budget is such a good budget.
All right, so break it down for us, right?
Okay.
So good budget, how will regular Canadian families benefit from this?
Well, there's a great advantage to families at the moment. Okay, the base level of taxes has been increased. So this last year there was 1 million people that didn't have to pay any taxes. We've increased the childcare benefit. We've increased the benefits for sports and for various other activities for children. We've also giving out money back to children.
Okay, so now what income group are we looking at? Who will benefit from this?
Anybody with children will benefit. Okay, and that's because, you know, anybody with children from 0 to 6 get a certain amount, and from 7 to 17 will now start to get another amount.
Okay.
So there's money coming to every family that has children.
Okay, and that's a good thing.
And that's obviously a good thing.
Because we need to encourage people to have children.
Well, yes, I think that's an important issue, but
yes.
If they don't like their money, they can always send it to me.
That's a good one. Okay. Now, how does this translate into small businesses benefiting and doing well? Because we know that we need these small businesses, right? They create jobs.
Right.
Between 2/3 of new jobs are created by small to medium-sized businesses, and many times they feel that they don't have all the incentives. Right, and to be able to establish businesses and also to expand. So how will they benefit from this budget?
Well, there are a number of ways they're going to benefit. Firstly, there is some 600,000 and more small businesses in Canada. Okay, Canada is recognized worldwide as one of the best countries to start a business.
Okay.
So I was delighted to be opening a store.
I'm not surprised.
So I was delighted to be opening a store just yesterday.
Okay.
Which will employ people. So it will actually benefit them in primarily corporate taxes have been reduced down from 11.5% to 9%. That's quite significant. Writing off capital investments, so equipment and things like that can be written off against taxes, which is a big benefit and is a very big incentive for companies to invest in equipment and upgrading their equipment. Small businesses also have some reductions in some of their EI payments, etc.
All right.
Okay. So. And the advantage from an employee perspective is that, you know, the government has proposed the PPP pension, which means that they can actually port that pension to wherever they want to.
Okay.
And, you know, some companies are starting to get into that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, because jobs are very important. Right?
Absolutely.
And well-paying jobs are even more important, right? And full-time jobs are beginning to get a little bit hard to get, right? Well, so how will that be addressed in this budget?
Well, it's addressed by many of the tax incentives that we've actually put out there. But in addition to that, I mean, I must say that, you know, some 1.2 million jobs have been created since the recession started, the best in the G7 countries.
Yes.
So let's not take that away from what the government has already done. there are still a lot of people unemployed, but there are still also a lot of jobs, many of which require people to move. And unfortunately, people aren't necessarily willing to move. So there are good jobs right across this country. And when I say good jobs, people don't realize that, they always want their children to go to university. Fantastic. But a good plumber in Toronto can make as much as a GP.
That's right.
So, some of the skilled trades that we've been sort of lacking on really needs to be promoted right through the schools and the school system to allow, skilled workers to still do what they want to do without necessarily having a degree.
That's right, because not everybody is cut out for maybe a university level education. Those who want to, for sure, we have the best universities in this country.
But if you talk to any parent, that's what they want. They
want
their kids to go to university.
Because they all want them to be doctors and lawyers and accountants and engineers.
Well,
right?
more of what I encounter is political scientists and psychologists and things like that, which doesn't necessarily promote, them finding a good job, etc.
That's right, because good jobs are very important, right? And for people to have that confidence, and many people have immigrated to this great country for better economic prospects, right? So, and when the jobs are hard to find, then it becomes a little bit disappointing. So
that may be the case, but Canada is one of the best countries, like I said earlier, to start a business. In my riding, I have a 22-year-old Bangladeshi boy that came in and immigrated here, who now runs a company that's got millions of dollars in turnover, employing some 10 people, and I'm sure he's going to be extremely successful. He's got the kernel of an idea and he's developed that into a business that he can make a lot of money out of.
Right. And the economy of our country and the system in our country is designed to encourage entrepreneurs like that. So that's really very good.
And so with that in mind, our government has invested billions of dollars into research at universities, at the NRC, at various other places to encourage innovation and converting that into business opportunities.
Okay, wonderful. So keeping all of these things in mind, economy is good and new jobs are going to be created and everything. What does this mean in long-term prosperity for all Canadians?
Right, again, by creating jobs and having people who are earning good jobs, it actually elevates everybody in the system. When we talk about poverty, you really need to go to India or somewhere like that to see real poverty. But here we have so much opportunity that we can actually get great things achieved. And the opportunity is there for anybody. And some of the more successful people are the immigrants that come in here with almost nothing create a great life and enjoy that.
That's right. That's how we came.
That's how I came.
That's right. And today you are, sitting in the House of Commons.
That's right.
Yeah, as a member of Parliament. Wonderful. So if there is somebody who's watching and they would like to perhaps reach you, if they have any questions, where can they reach you?
Well, what I would say is they can contact my office. I have a website called joedaniel.ca, very simple. That gives you all the information with regards to emailing me, calling my office for an appointment, etc. But primarily what we do is focus on my constituents from the riding of Don Valley East to come and meet with me. But we do answer a lot of emails from people from way outside the riding, and we do service a lot of people from other parts of the GTA that aren't necessarily my riding for tax issues, for immigration issues, etc.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming to our studio and letting our viewers know all this good news about our budget, and we look forward to